Huntington, West Virginia, a place familiar with big-time performances. Today, history will be made when a Big Ten program comes to town.
I wanna be bigger, bigger than it all, bigger than the glory. I can never fall, bigger than the sky, bigger than the clouds. We never coming down.
It's time for Marshall to put last season's heartbreaking defeat to rest.
Western Kentucky has ended the perfect season, and it is over for Marshall.
While Purdue looks to boil up some competition of its own.
Pretty hostile there. I wanted to be intense, and I wanted to be loud. I'm waiting on it.
Can the reigning Conference USA champs stay on top of their game without star quarterback Rakeem Cato? Or will this Power 5 school dash their dreams?
We can feel anybody, we're not afraid, we're not going to back down.
The show's on, and it's time to roll.
It's Purdue, Marshall, right now on Fox Sports 1.
But we start with our game. Since November of 2013, the Thundering Herd, 19-2, second best FBS record during that span, behind only Florida State. In the previous 2 seasons, Marshall, Oregon, they are the only 2 FBS teams to average over 230 yards per game in both rushing and passing. Much of that recent success, it came while the Thundering Herd rode the arm and legs of Rakeem Cato, new gunslinger in town right now, and James Madison transfer Michael Birdsong. What should we expect from him and the offense as a whole?
I don't think they're going to miss a beat. Obviously, replacing Rakeem Cato. I mean, this guy had, over 15,000 yards, 140-something touchdowns. I mean, he was special for this program. Michael Birdsong comes in. He has experience. He played at James Madison. He started 14 games. He's a big physical guy with a big arm, but he also can move. He's more athletic than people give him credit for. And he's going into an offense, guys, that has one of the best running backs back in the country in Devin Johnson. He rushed for over 1,700 yards a year ago, 17 touchdowns, 3 or 4 wide receivers that are talented and have experience, a great defense coming back, which always helps a quarterback. I used to love having that. He doesn't have to do a whole lot. All he has to do is hand off. It'll take a week or 2 to get acclimated to this offense, but Marshall's going to score a lot of points.
2 things that he did this year. When they started off in the spring, he started what he called Marshall Mondays. And every Monday, they did something that would pertain to this game today. The second thing he did, he gave each player, when they showed up at camp, an egg. And on the egg was an attached piece of paper. And his point was, hey, man, this is a game where we're putting all of our eggs into one basket. I want everybody to fill out on this paper what you're going to do, Matt, to contribute when you put your egg in the basket. So I think the mentality, which is a little bit different.
Watch out.
Which is a little bit different from coach. Here, I'm a lineman. You're a quarterback.
Yeah,
which is a little bit different for coaches. Hey, to say, we have to win this game. Everything's on the line.
Marshall University, for the first time, is the Conference USA football champion. The goalpost in the south end is on its way down.
I don't think this conference has a lot to prove. I think we've already done that. I think people have a lot of respect for our program and what it's all about.
We can feel anybody, we're not afraid, we're not going to back down for no talent.
You want a big play? You got it! Devin Johnson, touchdown!
It shows that we can compete with the Big Ten. So whenever we play against them, and we're able to show the world what we can do.
He goes by the nickname Rockhead. Yeah, Devin Johnson is a big man who brings the pain and runs the ball. He trucked for over 1,700 yards last year. He opens up his campaign with the Big Ten Purdue side next.
Sunday, and there's football. No, not the NFL, but college. A sold-out crowd here in Huntington, West Virginia to watch their Thundering Herd take on a team from the Big Ten, the Purdue Boilermakers. College football on Fox Sports 1 is presented by Geico. Knows how to recruit here. The Marshalls on a fantastic job.
Almost the perfect coach for this place. He really has a system and a foundation he's built.
Marshall won the toss. They have deferred. Purdue will receive. Amaretto Curry to kick off. We're underway here at a sold-out Jones C. Edwards Stadium. And a touchback to open things up. Got an offensive line. All 5 guys started last year. They return this year. 4 wide receivers in on first down. DJ Knox in the backfield. first down. Appleby throws, intercepted, picked off, returned, touchdown, Taekwon Lang. Well, that's about as good of a start for Marshall as you could have hoped for.
Just a short pass to get the game started. You see Appleby really telegraphing that, trying to get it to D'Angelo Yancey, but right in front of it, pretty easy pick and score for Taekwon Lang.
Nick Smith puts in the extra point. Hey, Hutch, welcome to college football here at Fox Sports 1.
I tell you what, this crowd is rocking today. You know, you feel bad for the kid. First play, a lot of times what happens what happens in a lot of these meetings is you get these plays the night before and you know what you're going to do mentally. You see yourself going out and running the play. And like Petro said, he telegraphed it, threw it right to the DB, and the rest is history.
A 30-yard touchdown return on the interception for Taekwon Lang. And a quick 7-0 lead for Marshall.
And Appleby just didn't see him, guys. He was looking, and Lang jumped the route. He thought Lang was going to go with another receiver.
Curry to kick off again. I could have sworn we just called his name.
Same spot.
So we saw a pass on first down the last drive. This time a handoff to DJ Knox. And Knox still trying with his second effort, not going anywhere. On first down, Appleby completes the pass to Trey Hart, but it's a loss of 1.
Big lower body on that guy.
Birdsong, his first pass is complete to Hyleek Foster. Second down and 4. 4 wide receivers in. Appleby drops back, pressured, and Appleby goes down. Gary Thompson, the junior, gets him for a loss of 1.
And this is part of that 10-man rotation that Hutch was just talking about. There's going to be guys filing in and out all day for Marshall. And Appleby looked to have a little bit of time.
Appleby in the shotgun. They're asking for the crowd to make noise. They're obliging. 3rd and 5. Appleby with time. And that one was deflected, incomplete. Raheem Husky got the hand on it.
Yeah, another dangerous throw there for Appleby.
He wanted to get Anthrop. They're trying very hard to get him involved in the game, but he got jumped on. So the second option was Dominique Young, but the pressure was too much from Gary Thompson coming again. You can see number 5 was the second route, and that ball gets tipped.
The first possession for Marshall went 3 and out. This time a handoff to Devin Johnson, and Johnson able to turn it upfield, gets 9. Antoine Miles with the tackle.
Here's what I love about Rockhead Johnson here. Once he gets his shoulder pad squared toward the end zone, he's really hard to bring down, and you're not going to be able to do it just by getting in front of him. You're going to get a knee to the jaw.
The numbers last year, fantastic. 6th in FBS and total yards on the ground. It's kept here by Birdsong. Birdsong's got some room. Birdsong can't escape the tackle by Robert Gregory, but picks up 38 yards.
Justin, you know who made that play without getting the ball was Devin Johnson. See the respect he demands. All the defenders from Purdue crowded the line of scrimmage. Birdsong keeps the ball. There's nobody in the second level, and Birdsong's wide open down the field.
This is a zone read look we haven't seen much from Marshall.
Again, the zone read. Again, it's Birdsong keeping it. And Birdsong gets it up to the 19, picks up 6. Second down and 5. Pump one way. Birdsong comes back to Johnson, the former tight end. Johnson breaks a tackle to the end zone. Touchdown! Devin Johnson has moved all over the field. Petros, you said in the open, he's got good hands. Just showed off those good hands.
No, they don't throw it to the backs a whole lot because they like their play action to be intact. But that time, Johnson came clean on the right flat and made a great play. Broke the tackle of Danny Izichukwu, the captain of the defense.
Nick Smith on for the extra point. 14-7, Marshall leading. A 20-yard completion to the running back, Devin Johnson.
You're going to see a fake bubble screen quick. Johnson's going to leak out. Hit it to him in the flat. Nice catch by the former tight end. Break one tackle, and then he's going to lay the wood. Oof. Right there on Robert Gregory, the safety for Purdue for the touchdown.
Poor Bob Gregory. He's going to have to look at that in film, but this is something you just don't see a whole lot from Marshall because of the play action. But that time, it was play action, and Johnson was the faker, and he ended up getting the ball anyway. It helps to have a guy with soft hands that used to play the tight end position.
That's right.
Devin Johnson, 6'1", 245. It's a guy who came in, they played him at linebacker, then they moved him to tight end, now a running back. Doc Holliday says, yeah, it only took me 2 years to figure out he should be a running back.
And it makes you wonder, you know, who on what team is in the wrong position and it could be a Hall of Famer. But usually everybody finds their spot. It certainly has happened for Devin Johnson here in Huntington, West Virginia. What a great back.
What a great crowd as well. Sold out crowd, over 38,000 here at Jones C. Edwards Stadium. Curry to kick off. Anthony Brown, he will take a knee. Sub in their offensive lineman, Martese Patterson in at right guard for Jordan Roos. On first down, they'll swing it out to Anthrop. Anthrop got hit in the backfield. He stumbles forward, but will still lose a yard. And Tavis Rowe takes him down. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play. 3rd and 7. Raheem Husky again. Now the entire defensive line saying, make some noise, Thundering Herd fans. Play clock at 3. And we're going to have a false start against this offensive line.
Big Martese Patterson, the 74, the right guard, redshirt freshman out of Columbus, Ohio, is going to get a little antsy, jump, maybe.
Prior to the false start, there was a timeout. Purdue.
Jones in the backfield. Appleby swings it out wide, incomplete. Intended receiver Dominique Young. Corey Tyndall there on the coverage.
Great job by Tyndall, but I'll tell you what, we talked about in the open that Austin Appleby likes to fit it into places sometimes where it's not supposed to go. This is about as tight of coverage that you can get, and that's lucky it's not a pick. The safety was late coming over. Nice stand by Marshall.
You don't want to be a defensive player trying to make a tackle.
No, you don't. You know, the way he runs and the power he runs with, he kind of reminds me a little bit in that aspect of a guy I played with the Minnesota Vikings named Adrian Peterson. Now, I'm not saying he's Adrian Peterson, but what I'm telling you, as the game rolls on, you'll see here on this touchdown, boom, he's running over Robert Gregory. Well, come 3rd and 4th quarter, those guys don't want to tackle him anymore. They're going to find a way to shy away.
And he gets a bit of a breather right now. First down, Birdsong back to pass again, over the middle, complete. Emmanuel Bird, the tight end, picks up 20 yards.
Nice pitch and catch there for Birdsong, and Bird just sees the tight end running across the seam, and nice throw and catch there. Way to move.
And the kick is up, and it is good. From 42 for Nick Smith, and Marshall has a 10-point lead. 3 minutes to go here in this first quarter. Well, the defense got off to a better start in this one. An immediate pick 6. Amaretto Curry's kickoff again into the end zone. And this one, it comes out. Anthony Brown mishandles the kick, and now he's in trouble. Anthony Brown is down at the 8. You mentioned special teams being a key right there, and that's just one where he looked to be lackadaisical.
Right. I mean, that's almost like a penalty, a holding call or something. You had the ball at the 20-yard line. If you'd have caught that clean in the end zone and took a knee, but flubbed the kick, and there he is, the 8. And that's going to come down to the 7-yard line. That's going to come back and bite him a little bit. It's good field position for Marshall's defense, and
That second route he took really hurt him as well. I mean, you've made this mistake. The ball's out. Pick it up. Now come forward and get the yards you can. When he tried to bubble.
Hit the ground in the end zone prior to being touched by the receiving team. By rule, it's a touchback.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, there you go.
I thought it might have hit his hand first.
I'm with you. I thought it hit his hand first, too.
Purdue dodges a bullet in that situation.
Especially an offense that's gone back-to-back 3-and-outs. Let's see. I thought that got a fingertip.
You know, as we look at all these shots, is it, you know, I think you can see the ball change direction enough to me that it'd be beyond my shadow, but then my shadows are weak.
To be a touchback for Purdue.
Well, they say it stands. It'll be a touchback for Purdue. Appleby in the shotgun. Posey in the backfield. And the handoff is to Knox, who gets hit right away by Steve Dillon, able to spin forward to still get a yard.
Well, Steve Dillon's one of the guys they really like. Out of Palmdale, California, came all the way out here to Marshall, adds a lot of experience to this line. Originally committed to USC.
Jones C. Edwards Stadium here in Huntington. 2nd and 10. Birdsong looked like he got hit as he threw that. Completes the pass to Deontay McManus for 9. 3rd and short coming up.
Well, you said it, Justin. Looks like he gets hit as he's throwing the ball, but you see the strength, the power of the arm of Birdsong. Might have clipped his hand a little bit there by Brian Watson, defensive tackle 92, but still able to deliver the ball with some strength and accuracy.
3rd and 1. Johnson territory. He's got the first down, breaking some tackles, and there is the strength of Devin Johnson up to the 20.
It's a little bit like what I was talking about earlier. You start to see them defensive backs going low, not hitting them. You know, they don't want any part of his upper body. They want to go for those legs, and he's got the agility to before he might have had possession.
Birdsong high pass brought down by Devontae Allen for the first down. That's a big play right there for Marshall. Anthrop in motion on 2nd and 8. Appleby trying to set up the screen, and that one is broken up. Evan McKelvey, his coach calls him a freak. He was right there.
Marshall read that play all the way. They get the rush. Appleby buying time. Like we said.
Ramey Watson in at tailback for Marshall. First down, handoff to Watson, gets through. Watson across midfield, dragged down at the 44 of Purdue. And the kicker who's good from 50-plus yards. On the late flag comes in. D'Angelo Yancey, the intended receiver. The fans here not happy.
Looking like Corey Tyndall got a hand on him a little bit before the ball got there. One of their veteran defensive backs, played safety a year ago, corner this year.
Pass interference, defense, number 10. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Pretty tough call. It looked like Tyndall timed it up pretty well, coming over the top.
Tough call, but that's the second penalty on this drive, and it's given them 20 yards so far on this drive. And again,
come on, Hutch, he's making a play on the ball. He doesn't even have his left hand on the hip. He barely was hugging him.
You're speaking to the choir. I've not been a big fan of refs my whole career. You know?
1st and 10 now from the 35. Appleby out of the pocket. Appleby gets rid of it as he gets taken on the ground by Antavis Rowe.
Great job by Appleby, though. Good job by Rowe, not jumping or falling for any pump fake, going to make the play. But Appleby's starting to mature. Maybe last year he tries to throw that in there and throws a pick. This time he collects himself. He's a big guy, so he can have somebody hanging on him and get rid of it.
Right, you're absolutely right there, Petros.
Last 1:06 to go. The red line is the career long for Paul Griggs. Pressure up the middle. Appleby loses it, and it's recovered by Purdue. Back at the 32-yard line, the forced fumble by Tomel 1.
You're going to see Tomel 1 right up in the middle. Come right up the middle and put some pressure right in Appleby's face. And just like we had talked about a minute ago, a year ago,
Purdue.
A year ago, he would have tried to throw it.
30 seconds.
Here you see him doing it again. That's a bad play by Appleby. He should just tuck it, realize he lost that one, and go down and live to fight another down.
Cameron Sermon, the right tackle, recovered it. 3rd and 7. Johnson picks up the rush. The pass complete to McManus. Deontay McManus brings it down, takes it down all the way to the 30, a 27-yard completion on 3rd and long.
And check out Devin Johnson with the nice block against Jimmy Herman. If you're not going to get the ball, you got to do something to help your team.
1st and 10 here for Marshall. Birdsong again finds McManus. McManus up to 22, tackled by Anthony Brown, picks up 8. 2nd and 2 coming up. Birdsong to the outside. That pass to Devontae Allen is caught. Frankie Williams shoves him out. 7 yards on 1st down, 2nd down and 3.
Again, you're seeing a quick out move there by the wide receiver, and just keeping the chains moving, trying to keep the chains moving, get 7 on that play. And
2nd and 3. Kept by Birdsong, has the opening. He gets hit right before the goal line. Brandon Roberts, who came in for Robert Gregory, able to bring him down right before.
Just your typical zone read. Defensive end bites on the tailback going up the middle.
They go quick. The pass complete. Touchdown, Ryan Juracek. Marshall back on top. Purdue. Birdsong took the hit, stopped at the goal line, but then they get it in quickly. Ryan Juracek, the tight end, with a touchdown. Marshall by 3. Back here in Huntington, West Virginia, Marshall, the Thundering Herd, playing in front of a sold-out crowd. 38,791.
Figure out why he hasn't gotten the ball.
Well, I can tell you what, he won't get the ball here because he's out. Remy Watson's in. It's Watson who gets the ball. Watson had the hole up the middle, and he is up to the 36-yard line. 3rd and 2. Play action. The pass incomplete. Looking for Dominique Young. Corey Tyndall able to get there and knock it away. Looks like he is now cramping a bit.
What a great job by Tyndall, though. 2-year starter. He is right on top of this. No cushion whatsoever.
Maybe think about some intermediate passes over their heads.
Thomas Meadows with the punt. Alec Foster from the 35. Makes one man miss. Foster across midfield. Takes it up to the 40. Of Purdue, so great starting field position, a 26-yard return for Hailey Foster. Devin Johnson is back in at tailback here for Marshall on 1st down. The throw over the middle is complete to Justin Hunt.
You see the linebacker, Andy James Garcia, there kind of trips up. He would have been in a good position to be in that throwing lane there if he hadn't have fell, but still a good...
Hand off, Johnson. Johnson gets across the 15.
It's a simple game, right? You just hand the ball off the 47 and move the chains, right?
And the kick is up. It is good from 32.
It's pretty fast Marshall defense. They get sideline to sideline very well.
2nd down and 8. Hand off to Knox. Trying to get outside. Now he bounces it back inside. And he's met there by Taquan Lang. Picks up 6, but Lang saved a 1st down.
You're going to see the left tackle, David Hedelin, and Robert Kugler pulling out, leading the way. Kugler, a couple nice blocks out on the perimeter today. It's a big 3rd down.
3rd and 2. 7 for 14 on 3rd downs. Play action. Appleby taking a shot down the middle of the field, and that one is intercepted. Taj Letman. Pressure applied by Taekwon Lang against Austin Appleby. Second interception of the day thrown by Appleby.
Taekwon Lang is out there laying the wood to people. He's the one that ended Knox's run there, that prevented the first down. And watch him again, number 21, coming on the blitz late, putting a hit on Appleby, and that caused the errant throw, and that caused the interception. This ball is just going to hang up there for Taj Letman to pull down. But man, big physical plays from the safety.
Second down and 6. The handoff is to DJ Knox. Gets wrapped up right away by Armand Daniel. Appleby, design quarterback keeper, and he gets hit again by Armand Daniel. This time a loss of 1. Second and goal. Knox again, gets stood up at the line. Taekwon Lang. Third and 4. Appleby back to pass. Gets hit, and that is incomplete. Good job on the coverage by Tyndall. The pressure applied by Gary Thompson, and a 3-and-out forced by the tired Marshall defense.
And you're a Purdue fan, you're probably a little bit disappointed, saying, why didn't you throw it a little more down the field or do some play action early? But remember, this conservative style is what's gotten Purdue the lead at this point in the game. And that was not a bad throw. It was just better defended.
Birdsong comes near side, completes the pass to Justin Hunt on third down. A big conversion there. Move the chains, keep the offense on the field.
You're going to see a dart thrown by Birdsong to number 9, Justin Hunt, on the comeback route. And again,
in this game.
Now first and 20. Birdsong over the middle, finds his tight end, Juracek. A 21-yard completion on first and 20. Second down and 5. Birdsong again with time over the middle. Is it a catch? It is. Juracek again, the tight end, showing off some good hands. Second down and 7. Under 4 to go. Play action. Birdsong to the near sideline. Devontae Allen. Another first down across the 25. Ankle tackle by Frankie Williams. 19-yard completion.
Pretty wide open on this play. And the reason he was is because of Birdsong's experience. He really looked it off. He was looking downfield, and then comes off to this.
On this drive for Michael Birdsong. Now 6 of 7. Make it 7 of 8. Missing. Getting through the tackles. Allen. And Allen gets another first down as he is out at the 6. John Strausser. An 18-yard completion, first and goal coming up.
And he ran right through the tackle of Purdue's best player, arguably, Frankie Williams, the 5th-year corner out of Tampa. Another Florida guy, Belle Glade, Florida. Glade Central High School, Devontae Allen.
Johnson on the handoff. Johnson keeps those legs going. Touchdown! He's been quiet all game, but steps up when they need him.
we've been talking about him all game. When are they going to get 47 involved? And you see him just bully his way up through the middle of the line of scrimmage, and that's just scored all on second effort. There's no hole there, nothing, and he just bullied his way over.
Almost broke a couple O-linemen's hips on that.
Nick Smith on for the extra point to make it a three-point game. 34-31, Marshall back on top, the fourth lead change of the game. Second touchdown of the day for Johnson. The first was catching, this time rushing.
We're going to look back at the touchdown another time here. The side view, you can see not a lot of movement up front. Like I said, it was kind of a mush pile, but when you got that boost back there toting the rock, he's going to make his own hole.
And it's not just his legs that kept churning, you notice. It's his upper body. It's everything moving, and it's really hard to bring a guy down when he's chopping his hands and his knees and his ankles.
Football's a funny thing, you know. I mean, the momentum is such a huge factor in football. And here we are, been talking for the better half of 2.5 quarters about Purdue.
Coming off a 13-1 season, Conference USA champions. First time they've ever won Conference USA. 142-26 all-time here at the Dome.
To come up and help, it was one-on-one, and he delivered it.
Antrim got hit right away. Good tackle by Gary Thompson. A loss of 1.
To change the story, at least for now, in Huntington.
You hear the chant, "We are Marshall." Doc Holliday said there is no program in the country that means more to a town and a school than what this Marshall football team does. And of course, it all goes back to that tragic plane crash, November 14th, 1970. The fans, they love their football here in Huntington, West Virginia, trying to get the victory. 3rd and 10 for Purdue. Appleby with some time over the middle, picked up by Lang. Second interception of the game. Lang. Taquan Lang to the end zone. Touchdown. What a day for Taquan Lang. 17 tackles, 2 pick sixes. And that one may have just iced it for his team.
Only 2 career interceptions coming into this game for Taquan Lang, and he has 2 and 2 touchdowns and the victory.
And the extra point is good by Nick Smith. That pick six, all he did was return it 55 yards.
Well, we talked about it after the break. Purdue not needing to go get all 10 on that 3rd down play. And they, again, overthrew the target, ended up on the interception there. We'll see it here.
He was absolutely eaten by Steve Dillon with a huge hit and the interception right into the stomach of Taquan Lang, and we've seen it earlier. He knows what to do with the ball. Great patience, waiting for a block from Gary Thompson, and jogs into the end zone to praise and adulation from the people of Huntington, West Virginia. Almost heaven, West Virginia.
You know, all these kids, they grow up dreaming of playing on Sunday. It's Sunday, and this kid is having a game he could, I don't even know, dream about. 17 tackles, 2 interceptions returned for touchdowns, 55 and 30 yards. Wow.
The next Chad Pennington, the next Byron Leftwich. We'll see what he can do in 2 years here in Marshall.
Appleby stepping up, taking the shot down the field, has a man open, and it's incomplete. Guess who was there to break it up yet again? Taquan Lang.
Kid's had a heck of a game. We continue to call his name, and here you are, minute left in the game, down by 10, and he's still playing hard.
Play action. Appleby gets hit as he releases, and it's intercepted. Keith Baxter.
Smart.
That'll do it. Taking a knee, and that'll do it. Next week, Marshall is at Ohio. Purdue is home against Indiana State. For the first time in school history, Marshall gets a victory over a Big Ten program. Doc Holliday said, "We don't duck anybody. We want to play everyone. We only play home and homes now." All these other teams who are going to be here, watch out.